My husband is the type of man that when I wake up in the morning, there he is with a fresh squeezed glass of orange juice for me. My husband is the type of man that when I walk downstairs and I go into the office to my computer to check my mail for the day, there's flowers on my computer, on my keyboard. My husband is the type of man that will put me first for everything. My husband is the type of man that when we were so poor in Guatemala, living on $2 to $3 a day, he used to not eat anything at all so that I could eat. My first impression of my husband, let me tell you, ready for a story time? Let me tell you. He met me in New York City. I was a raw vegan, and so was he. And he brought me a case of mangoes as his carry-on. He couldn't afford checked bags. He could just have his carry-on. He brought one pair of clothes, no shoes, no toothbrush, no hairbrush, so that he could bring his mangoes for me. And we were not romantic. We were not boyfriends. We were just friends. And he needed a friend in his life, and so did I. And after we ate some mangoes together, our first time meeting in Bryant Park, New York City, we had to take the subway back to my apartment in New Jersey. And this is what happened. We get off the subway and it's a 25-minute walk to the apartment. And we're walking and we're talking and we're walking and we're talking, and I look over and he's gone. Orlin, where are you? What? And I look back. There's a woman. I picture it so vividly, like it was yesterday, but it was like 5 years ago, struggling to carry her stroller up into her apartment. And there's a baby in her stroller, of course. And there's Orlin in his blue shirt, which I had given him because he had no other clothes. He bent down, picked up the stroller, and helped the lady into her apartment. That was my first impression of my husband. Helping a stranger. And here I am today, 5 years later, deported. And I'm here longer. I'm supposed to be here for 60 days. I'm supposed to go home on April 15th, but I'm going to be staying here longer. The first thing I want to get into this video is therapy. You guys know I need therapy. I've been saying in my videos, when I go back to the United States, I'm going to get therapy. When I finally get deported, I'm going to get therapy. So many of you guys have told me on Twitter, Nick, please get therapy. Just talk to someone. And a lot of you guys brought up BetterHelp on Twitter. I researched it, I signed up, and now I'm actually partnered with them. And here's why. I have been in and out of therapy my whole life. Since I was 5, 6, 7 years old. Zoloft for depressants, ADD, Adderall, Concerta, OCD, and here I am today. And I'm getting therapy for the first time since 2009 in high school. 2010 was college, freshman year for me. I feel like this is really appropriate for me to tell you guys about this. Number one, because of everything I've been going through for my deportation. Number two, because I've clearly needed it for the past couple of years. So I'm using BetterHelp, which is an online therapy and counseling service. The first reason as to why I partnered with them is actually because I can talk to them anywhere in the world. You guys know I've been traveling from Canada to North America to South America, and it's world access. So they talk to you on your phone, they can do video chat with you, kind of like Skype, they do email and everything in between. So it's constant communication, and it's also unlimited at any time, night or day. So that is really, really important. The second thing is that's pretty cheap. So I asked my mom the other day, I was like, how much was Dr. Beaver when I was a senior? And she's like, oh, it was $150. And we had insurance. My mom is a nurse. If we didn't have insurance, that would be like $300. So BetterHelp is between $35, I think for $35 is the cheapest, all the way up to 70, which is like more than 50% off what you would pay for a regular professional therapist. It is one of the best websites in the world for therapy and counseling. 2,000 registered therapists on the website and over 36 million sessions. I want you to know that they have financial aid. I'm someone that my money fluctuates. All I do is YouTube. One month I make this much, the next month I'd make this much. My income fluctuates based on my views, based on the ads, based on the time of the month. We don't have $300 sitting around for therapy. I can easily spend $30, $40, $50 on therapy with financial aid. A lot of you guys probably think, oh, I'll never qualify for it. You would be surprised. So I'm very honored and proud to let you guys know about what I've been doing to help with my deportation. There's going to be a link at the top of the description box. I want you guys to click it and try it out. Therapy really helps. It helps to be able to talk to someone. I'm with Orlin, and the more I go on and on and on and on about it to my spouse, the more it irritates him. You need someone that's neutral outside of the whole situation. My therapist, her name is Emily. Shout out to Emily. And I've been talking to her in Vegas and when I went to Canada last week, as you guys saw. And I'm going to talk to her in 2 days after Easter. So you guys, please give it a try. And my link is going to be in the top of the description box. Go through me. And thank you for sponsoring me. People of BetterHelp, I'm very honored and proud to be partnering with you. Next thing I want to talk to you guys about is Orlin. Hold up a second, we have to change my battery. I also broke this camera recently too, so that's not good. So first things first, my deportation's now different. Not the actual sentencing, it's 60 days here in the United States, but my lawyer, who's arranging, facilitating the whole marriage visa so they can be in Colombia with Orlin and not have to leave every couple months for visa runs, is now telling me that he prefers for me to stay even longer here in the United States. And the reason is he wants me to be able to facilitate things, paperwork, documents through the US Embassy and the Colombian Embassy here in Washington, D.C., rather than being in Colombia where it's going to take so much longer. So I'm only like an hour and a half from DC, and he says this would prevent me having to go through all this all over again. Because if I don't get my marriage visa, I go to Colombia as a tourist, and the whole thing goes over again, if they even let me back in. So I am really upset about that. I'm tired of being here. I'm so sick of being here. I had fun in Vegas, I had fun in Canada, but I'm at my family's house and I just want to leave. In my life, I can't speak for everyone's lives. In my life, I often take for granted what I have. I guess that's everyone's life. But one of the most hurtful things to me is when I'm living my life and just, living it. And I leave and I turn around and I look back. And I see that I was mean to Orlin, or I didn't put him first all the time. He is so kind. He puts everyone before himself. And when I sit here today and I look back of things I took for granted, I took him for granted. And I say, I should have put him first because he always puts me first. He always puts me first. Always. Everybody. He puts everyone first. So, the third part of this video is me saying every time that I leave Orlin, this is one of the longest besides 2 years ago when I went to Asia. It hurts so bad because I'm forced to sit with myself and think of all the things. It's like I was this fly on the wall, and I saw us in the living room and I saw him say, Nick, come cuddle with me. Nick, come lay with me. Nick, can you rub my feet? And there's me on the computer. No, I have to edit. No, I have to edit. No, I have to make this thumbnail. No, I have to answer these emails. No, I have to go on you now. No, I have to make us money. And there he is begging to be loved, and I just ignore him. And I see it like that fly on the wall. There I am, ignoring him. And now he's all alone. And I'm here. And I'm reliving. It's like I knew. I can see it. And I ignored him. And now I just want to go home. And I don't feel like sitting on the computer for 8 hours a day and editing videos and making thumbnails and trying to think of new ideas and coming up with recipes. I just want to live my life with him. And maybe some of you can relate to me. I think a lot of you can. You never appreciate what you have until it's gone. And that's not good. It's okay the first time. Maybe the second time. This is like my 10th time going on not deportation, but this is my 10th time leaving him. You know, I've done visa runs every 2 months for the past 2 years. You know, I've left him a lot, and that happened, and most of the time, it's like a week. I go to LA for a week. I go to Carly's house for a week. I go to Washington, D.C. for a week. I go to Florida for a week. This is 2 months. Well, now it's going to be 3, 4, 5 months. And I don't even want to. My life. And I'm forced to sit here and just think of all the times I ignored my baby. And I'm forced to sit here and say, God, I'm stuck in this house and I feel like I'm eating my feelings. I knew I would cry. I was trying to hold it back. When talking about better help, they don't want to see me cry. I don't want to encourage you guys to get help on the internet for this awesome therapy thing if I'm crying about it. I've been talking to Emily about this for a long time. I've told her. And it helps to get it off my chest. Since my job as a YouTuber, to update you guys, I'm updating you guys. See, if my job was not to share my life, I would be doing whatever job I do and then talking to her. But my job is to share my life, and if I don't share my life, then I'm not doing my job. So here I am, crying like a baby. I knew it would happen. I just want to go home. Today, can I blow my nose? Today, I was driving the car on my way to go to Papa John's to get pizza. I decided to do a pizza video where I basically got 4 extra large pizzas, and I was only gonna have 1 or 2 slices from each pie. So it was for the family, because they were all upstairs saying, what are we gonna eat tonight? What are we gonna eat tonight? I said, how about I order us pizza? I'll do a mukbang. I'll take a few slices and give you the pizzas. They're like, yeah. And of course, my generous dad's like, okay, well, how much is it? I was like, no, Dad, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it all. So, you know, paying for it all, whatever. And I order it online, and then my sister, I'm like, come with me. So she's like, okay, I'll go with you. So we get into the car, and we're driving on our way to Papa John's. And out of the blue, she goes, you know, you're really, you know, I like Orland so much more than you. And I'm driving the car, and I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah, he's just nicer. I just like him way better. And she's met him once. And when she did meet him, she probably said all of 10 words to him. I don't know if she was nervous. That was when we got married. She didn't come down for our wedding. They happened to be in Florida. If they weren't in Florida, they wouldn't have come to our wedding. He happened to be there. So I was like, okay. And then she kept saying it over and over, like, yeah, Orland's nicer. Yeah, you're so you're dramatic, and he's not. And I said, you know, I'm buying us dinner tonight. I'm not that mean. And because she goes, oh yeah, well, still. And that really bugged me, because that was the second time she said it. The first time we filmed a mukbang together, as you guys will see. And in the video she says, I like Orland more than you. And we had Applebee's, and I spent like, I don't know, $60, $70 at Applebee's. And I'm not saying, even if it was $2, it's not the money, it's just, I'm not that terrible of a brother if I'm here treating us to food and spending time with you and I'm being nice to you, for you to sit and say, I don't like you. Or I don't like you as much as a person I met once in my life for 5 seconds. Because they didn't hang out with us for the day or anything. They saw our wedding and they went on, I think they went to an arcade or a beach or something. I record it in my vlog. So that kind of hurts. I've been talking to Emily about that. See, the thing that I like about BetterHelp is hopefully I can talk to them more about this personal kind of stuff and not have to talk about it in my mukbangs. You guys have been telling me for a long time, like, Nick, you need an actual therapist. Like, you actually need help. And I'm like, I know. Well, thank God I found someone. And Emily is so sweet. And I love her voice, too. Like, if she had a squeaky voice, I couldn't deal. But, like, the fact that she has a nice voice. Because I don't want to do this over email, no. I want to call you. I want to talk to you on video, right? So, this video, I'm just going to call it, like, Deportation Update or my Deportation Extended. I don't know. Because that's the gist of it. So, I'm going to be here without Orland for much longer. And it hurts. And all you people making fun of me in the comments, you don't know what this is like. You don't know what it's like. And even if you did know what it was like, try to imagine being away from your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife or your kids, someone that you love, for months and months. It's not easy. And that's why I've been, splurging. I went to Vegas, I went to Canada, try and distract myself. Well, now what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't want to stay here. I don't want to stay here. But at the same time, I can't afford to stay at a hotel for 2 more months or something. Like, that's going to be ridiculous. And I'm not going to be a burden on Carly, even though I love her and she's so sweet. She's such a good friend. Of course, this had to shut off. Don't get the G7X. It shuts off like every 10 minutes or something. Thank you for being here. Those of you that have been sticking by me on my journey, I appreciate you. What would I do without YouTube? God, I don't know. Well, then again, I wouldn't ever be in this situation if it weren't for YouTube. If I wasn't a YouTuber, I couldn't make money in Colombia, and neither could Orland, so we probably wouldn't be there. We would be... I don't even want to get into what would happen with our lives. But, this is the reality. I was driving with my sister after she told me she hated me. I also told her, she was talking about college, she doesn't know what she wants to do, and I said, you know what? I went to school for violin performance. I imagine being on a stage and playing my violin and making music and being a performer and an artist and making great emotions through my violin, and it didn't happen. And I went to school thinking like, oh, I'm going to be, on the dean's list, which I was freshman year. I'm going to be on the dean's list. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to do my best. And I ended up dropping out. I had a big mental breakdown. And I'm happy I did, because here I am today. But at the same time, it's like, I went to school thinking I'm going to be a violinist. And I turned around and I found Orland. He walked into my life with a case of mangoes and a smile on his face. So kind. I'm telling you guys. I miss him so much. I really miss him. And now I'm married to that person. I don't have a ring on it because I'm too fat for the ring. But I do have a ring. And he has a matching avocado ring because we both love avocados. Erica's so sweet. She is so sweet for making those rings. And here I am, deported from him 5 years later. It's crazy what happens in life. It is crazy what happens in life. my future is nice. And you always say, oh, the future's gonna get better. Oh, it's always brighter on the future. Well, you know what? You don't even know. And I guarantee I'm gonna go through more ups and downs in the future. I'm down, I'm gonna go up, and I'm gonna go back down. God knows how that's gonna go. I just wanna go home. I just wanna be with this kitty. I miss my cat. The cats here are evil. My sister, she has these two twin cats, Crookshanks and Dobby from Harry Potter. Dobby is nice, but Crookshanks is a beast. He is a beast. Oh my god. It makes Miss Kitty Mush Mush Mingly Avocado look so precious. You know, that's her full name. Miss Kitty Mush Mush Mingly Avocado. Because she's from China. That's why her middle name is Mingli. Do you know that's what they were created in China? She's a Chinese cat. I just want to be with Mingli. And I want to be with my hubby, and Mr. Noodle. I forget what it's like to have that fat bird sitting on my shoulder. And then he's like, Noodle. He gets all excited, but he stretches his neck. Noodle. I love my life. I love my life with Orlin. And I'm so blessed. I'm telling you, he's an angel. He is an angel. He is an angel. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.